Hi, and welcome to Spreadsheets for Accounting AAT Level 3. This playlist has got two sets. So this is the update of the last previous playlist, and so it's got the latest syllabus in there. So this is the latest 2022 syllabus from AAT, and it's set up with Spreadsheets design and formatting, which we'll go through first, then validity and accuracy, charts, formula functions, and data. So that's what we're going to do. You're going to do some in the exam, you'll do some formatting of various bits of information, and you'll check its accuracy, a few logic tests, whatever. You'll insert a chart and a pivot table, and you'll do some equations as well, like lookups and what have you, and you'll sort some data. So that's typically what you'll do. Have a look in the sort of walkthrough practice test, and you'll see what it looks like. We've also got the skills that are not assessed. And I've highlighted a few in here, which I will go at the end and sort of explain what they are. These are auto sum borders, those deleting cells and rows, and hyperlinks and sum ifs equations and circular references. Those are all ones that you'd actually use in real life, really. There's there are quite a few things in here which you'll never use. You'll never use a now function. You're very rarely going to use a today function, really. You certainly will never use goal seek ever. In there, or the forecasting one, you'll never use that there. So I'll go through those ones which are far more important, just in case the examiner ever sees sense and decides to sort of put the more sensible things into the exam rather than this goal seek that it seems to just love. Now, before we get going on this, there's two ways as well. We've got two options in here. We've got this sort of A to Z version of going off a syllabus. So to just be able to sort of track your way through the video, if you want to start and finish, I'll put a little block by wherever we are up to in the syllabus in there. So if you want to just sort of go forward and backwards, so find and replace. I want to see find and replace, and you'll go to the point where you see the little yellow block next to find and replace. And then just in terms of before we start, let's give some basics of spreadsheets. So this is a worksheet. So you see here a worksheet in a workbook. All of the file is one workbook. Within a workbook, there is a worksheet here, and you can add worksheets in by doing the plus, and you can delete them out by just deleting them. So we right click into the cells here. So we've got left click, which moves us around and also allows us to drag. So see this little square here, we can drag. So that's our left mouse. And our right mouse can right click, and let's see if we click in there. Sometimes it'll bring up menus. Yeah, right click in the cell, which will bring up menus, right click in there. This is a column heading here. The left is our columns, and these are rows. Yeah. And what we'll see is our cursor goes around, and it does various things when it's on certain lines. So here's we're moving it around. We're moving that particular cell. So if I put this, so let's put 10 into here. And if I'm on there with the little arrows moving around, I can move it around over there. I can just jig that around, and I can drag it like that there, and drag it like that there. And so here you can see this cursor. So while we're sort of explaining, and the reason why I think that this is better than seeing videos and just moving around, talking through the syllabus is better than the book, is because you can see how my cursor moves. Have this on one screen, have yours on open another, get used to how it moves around. Just open up the ribbon as well. Let's find it here and show tabs and command. Okay, so that's the ribbon. If you ever sort of see it and all this has disappeared, and you just go into here, this little thing here, so we can auto hide the ribbon entirely. Show the tabs. Ooh, put that back. Show the tabs and show tabs and commands. These up here are tabs. Lots and lots of different things in here. So those are tabs that we're going to be going to there, though, and in those tabs, sometimes there will be menu opens. So those are menus. So that's that's the terminology of how we're going to be going through. In terms of getting equations to happen, we'll do equals, and then we'll be doing some kind of formula after it. And sometimes we get when we see this thing happening here, Excel is wanting to do stuff, and we'll see how that works. There'll be a lot of copy and pasting, a lot of dragging and what have you in there, but you'll get used to it, and I think this is the advantage of it. Now, there are really good YouTube videos out there on Excel spreadsheets and all these various functions or whatever, but this is specifically for this particular syllabus, and I'll take you through exactly what it is. And so it's got the advantage on other YouTube videos, the fact that it's relevant. And the issue slightly is there's some things in here. Yeah, Excel is a massive program. They've built up over 25 years, what have you. There's lots of different ways to do the same thing. So you'll see quite often I'll do the same thing in 2 or 3 different ways. So there's lots of ways to do the same thing, and there's this is only scratching the surface of what Excel can do, really. So it's missing concatenate, for example. There it's missing SUMIF. It's got lookups in it, but not really used to any great extent. So there's a lot of things that are used that aren't in this here. So you get a bit lost if you were trying to do this online, just going through searching for Excel for Dummies or whatever. Hopefully that will be helpful. And so you've got the new version, which is based on the current syllabus. You've got the old version based on the Osborne book, and they're still relevant in there. So you've got 2 different versions of how to watch these videos, really, and then a walkthrough of the assessments. Hopefully that'll be helpful. Good luck going through it. See you later. Bye bye.